Namaste. For today's journey, we're going to go through all 5 elements. If you've done the other elemental journeys with me, each of them separately, you'll be slightly familiar with the emotion or bhav of each element. More of a feeling than an emotion for some. So we'll tap slightly into earth to get into the stillness of earth. Right? The bhav of earth is stillness. We'll move through water to tap into our inner joy. And if you remember in the water element, we also respected when we felt emotions that weren't joyful, that came in to disrupt the joy. Moving through fire, we offered up emotions to the fire in order to be able to clarify so that we can move into the heart of love. So in air, in the heart, we moved into love. And now we'll be moving into space. So the bhav of earth is stillness. The bhav of water is joy. The bhav of fire is clarity. And the bhav of the heart is unconditional love, or air at the heart. And the bhav of space is space. And we feel that in the throat chakra and above. So now it kind of brings it around full circle. When we were in fire, when we were offering up the emotion to the fire for clarity, and then we could move into the heart for unconditional love, we offered up that which blocked our joy also in air to the divine, to say, I tried giving up my blank, my anger, my worry, whatever that mood was that got in the way of joy. I've tried and I haven't been successful. So now I give it up to the divine and it is no longer my burden. So that practice can be done over and over and over again with one emotion at a time. And so I wanted to take a moment before we began our meditation today to offer you a little bit more clarity into that practice. And then in the description of this meditation, I'll give you the exact time where the meditation begins so that after you've seen this introduction once, you don't have to watch it over and over again unless you like to do that periodically to see if you see something, hear something new. So before we begin the meditation, and you can be using this time to prep your meditation seat, I'll go over an example of this practice where we sit and we feel the bhav of earth, we feel stillness, we find stillness. It's a beautiful meditation. You can do just that often and a lot longer than what we'll spend on doing that today. And then we work into joy, and sometimes you have to observe it for a while before you see the thing that comes up that blocks your joy if you're in a really good mood. However, if you're not having a very good time, it's very easy to see what blocks your joy. And so when that pops up, when it popped up for me, I thought, I've been doing some work for a long time, and I'm a joyful girl, and nothing really blocks my joy, although not every single moment is joyful. Okay. What is my go-to reaction? Well, I guess when I really, really notice I'm not in my joy, it's when I feel angry. If I'm having like a snappy response. I'm like, okay, I know that this anger is coming from within me. If someone elicits my anger response, it has nothing to do with them. It's me. Why am I having this anger response? Oh, okay, well, I'm not going to think about this anymore. I'm not going to think about why or how I'm going to get rid of it. I'm going to offer it up, right? So I did this over and over and over again until I really, truly felt I could let go. And then what happened next was irritation. Oh, the anger came when I got irritated. That was really the reaction I was having. I was irritated by something, and my reaction was one of anger. Okay, I was feeling irritated. Okay, let's give up irritation, because that seems nice. But I did it, and here I am going through this. And did it, and I did it. Over and over and over again, many times. And then I saw something else. Some more clarity came. What was under irritation was doubt. Underneath the anger, underneath the irritation was doubt, self-doubt. When I doubted myself, when I didn't have trust for myself, I didn't feel I could do something, I got irritated. And when I was irritated, my response was angry. I knew the anger came from within, but now I know the root of the anger, self-doubt. And I can observe this because I've given it up and I'm getting better at it, but now I can observe it with clarity. If I'm offered some bit of advice that triggers a snarky response, I can investigate this. Oh, it stemmed in doubt. And I became irritated. And my answer was snarkier, came from anger. So, although some find their sarcastic nature something of a charm, it's worth investigating because there's some anger under there, and anger stems in fear. Anger is not powerful. Love is powerful. And so we remove all of it by giving it up to the divine and being in that place of unconditional love. So, ready for this journey? Hit pause if you still need to set yourself up. We'll begin right here in Earth. So, sit a little taller or recline and remain awake. And then take a deep breath with it into yourself. So listen to the sound of a very gentle Ujjayi breath, relaxing the whole body. Send the breath through all the parts. Hear the sound and feel the feeling. Take your awareness to your very seat, the room, the ceiling, the walls, the floor, the grounds of the entire place. As if looking from the top of the head, visualize the whole surrounding, everything on the left side of the body, everything on the right side of the body, everything in front of you and everything in back of you, until you have a 360-degree view of where you are in your mind. Now realize that you are not separate from all that you see relaxing in this undivided oneness as a part of Earth. And then become aware of your natural flow of breath again. Bring about a feeling of gratitude to this place you're in, your body, to your teachers, your very breath. Become aware of the qualities of water. Feel its joyful flow, the spontaneity, the dance of life. Remember a person or a certain situation that has brought you great joy. When you have felt that spontaneity, and then drop the outer circumstance. Become aware that the capacity for this joy is always within you. Remember that joy is your true nature. That the outer happenings are just catalysts. Feel the joy of life inside your body and in the bloodstream, in each and every cell, and finally in each atom. And feel as if each atom is smiling. Be one with the universe, be one with the joyful dance of life. And next, becoming aware of the breath again, relaxing again with that gentle sound of Ujjayi. Begin to play with the breath. Upon an inhale, pause at the top. Upon an exhale, pause at the bottom. Now, as you inhale, make a pause at the navel. And as you exhale, make that pause. Feeling prana and upana unite. Feeling prana and apana unite. So feel the inward upward flow of the prana and the outward downward flow of apana. Create a ball of brilliant shining light in the navel. The inward upward flow at the navel of prana and the downward outward flow of apana. And let that become a circle or an orb. And let that energy become brilliant light. Then mentally, internally, inhale and hear the sound so. And exhale the sound hum. Until so hum fills you. I am that. Feel the clarity in the awareness of pure being. And then bring about a feeling of gratitude by being thankful to the room, the body, the people who are with you, the mind, the heart. Ask the body to help you go deeper into meditation. Request the mind show its true nature. Pure void. Pray to the heart so that it may become a perfect abode of the divine. Become aware of the breath, feeling the touch of air in the nose, in the throat, and at the heart. After each inhalation, become aware of a natural pause at the heart, expanding the heart space. After each exhalation, contract back to the heart. Inhale, expanding from the heart omnidirectionally. Exhale, contracting back to that light, that center of your being. And then begin to become aware of a natural pause at the heart. Become aware of the heartbeat. You can place your hand on your heart. Now simply imagine that the heart of yours is the heart of an enlightened being. Who do you pray to? You could choose Ma, Buddha, Christ, whomever. Feel this being's heart is beating in your chest. Ask yourself how it feels. More relaxed, soft, more spacious. Your heart is the sacred heart, one with the heart of the universe, resting in this infinite spaciousness, one with the universal heart. Hold this loving space in the heart, remembering Om or Om Ma. Internally, chanting the mantra Om, becoming aware of the space of silence before and after the sound. Feel the subtle vibration of the sound Om in the void. You can take a few rounds of an audible Om here to really connect with the sound, the vibration, and the space. If you're familiar with Om, you won't have to do it out loud, and you'll still be able to connect with the sound, vibration, and the space. Take a few moments here for yourself silent or audible, chanting and feeling Om, void, space. Now become aware of the empty space above your head and also below your body. Keep the awareness of the sound vibration as we chant Om together into this void. Become aware of the void on the left, on the right, in front and behind your body. Now perceive the void permeating your whole body, the space between the cells and atoms. Let the space inside and outside merge into one infinite ocean of emptiness. Just be as pure as the void. A breath practice. Kavali Kumbhak. Inhaling from the floor to the navel. Exhale, release. Inhaling from the pelvic floor, pause at the navel, not full yet. Inhale a little more to the heart. Pause and release the breath. And finally, inhale from the pelvic floor, the root to the navel. Pause. Take in more breath to the heart. Pause. And then to the throat. Pause. In one smooth breath, release throat to pelvic floor. Inhaling the 3 sips, pelvic floor to navel, pause. Navel to heart, pause. Heart to throat, pause. And release. Take a few moments in your own experience here, breathing as slowly and take as long as you like. As you continue that breath, you'll begin to notice if chanting Om and noticing the void resonates with you more, or if the Kavali Kumbhak resonates with you more. To advance the practice, if you're familiar with your points of the chakras, you can actually pause and sip 7 parts of the inhale from the pelvic floor, the root chakra, Muladhara, all the way to the crown chakra, Sahasrara. I'll guide this once. For the rest of us, the 3 chakra points are perfect. Inhaling Muladhara, pelvic floor, to navel, Manipura. Sipping in a little more breath from the navel, Manipura, to the heart, Anahata. And then sipping in just a little more from Anahata to the throat, Vishuddhi. And then releasing the breath smoothly. The point of the practice lies in the pauses and observing the pauses. If you'd like to try all 7 points, follow me. Inhale Muladhara to Swadhisthana at the sacrum. Inhale a little bit more from the sacrum to the navel, Manipura. Inhale a bit more to the heart, Anahata. And then a bit more to the throat, Vishuddhi. To Agnya, the 3rd eye. And the final sip of breath to Sahasrara at the crown of the head. And then slowly control the slow releasing down the chakra points of the exhale without the pauses. You can pause at the very bottom, empty. And then take the 7 pauses on the way up. Or stick with the 3. I'll leave you to complete this practice for as long as you like. It is all about feeling into the void. Blessed be.